How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Toss, and thanks coming at you with yet another deck review. So today I'm going to be covering the Deck Tech Charity deck box from last year. I've been wanting to do reviews like this for a while now, and I think I've sort of gotten into a rhythm of it. And I wanted to try to do one at least once a week for some of the for some of the deck boxes that I have, and try to go over some of the stuff because like I've been getting a lot of stuff from like either Amazon Vine where I basically have do reviews from their kind of stuff, or I've been trying to pick up some luxury items from like Drum Tech and whatnot, and very much wanted to go over, give my thoughts on it, and share them with you guys. So uh, let me know if you guys want to keep seeing these types of videos. If not, we can always stop it. But at the same time, it's something I just kind of wanted to do in general. So this one is also one of my favorite deck boxes. So this is one of the Gemtech deck boxes that's got the design by Ellen Thomas in it. Absolutely love her work. She goes by Pellen online, and absolutely love her artwork. Used to hang out with her in Skype a long time ago. I loved her work back then, and her work now still shows through. A lot of her creativity still is here. So the front on the front of it, you have this nice gold kind of emboss uh Yatagarasu with like the lightning bolt in it. It has the cross. It's got this like cool jewel shard being split. It's like the spirit monster type stuff. A lot of the charity deck box and some of the other ones that she's worked on during the time frame last year are based off like goat format and some of the different like band cards at the time. So this is Yadi and then on the inside, I mean, with the name of charity, you could assume it's most likely graceful charity. So, but again, that doesn't take away from some of the great design. I love the color on this deck box, and I love the suede feel of it and the appeal. Like the design, kind of just like the layout of it looks really nice. There's nothing on the top or the back or the bottom of it, or on each side. But I will read off the small description that Gemtech likes to put on their boxes when you first get them. Like on their ones here. I have the one from the Vixen line here that I'll just read from. So their deck boxes always claim to, from the deck tech lines, which this is part of, always claim to be able to hold 150 double sleeve trading cards, which at least for Yu-Gi-Oh, I can attest to. Definitely, it can. Especially if you use both sides. Impact and slip resistant, outer shell material, durable inner shell, providing the best protection. There are cards inside here that because I have used this deck box for over a year now. Magnetic wraparound lid to keep everything inside safe, which is true. These do have these durable magnetic lids, as well as a flip down dice tray into each deck box. And every single one of their deck boxes has that kind of design, and we'll show that off in a second here. So getting to some of the stuff. So Gemtech, once again, this is where their dice tray always is. So again, this corner is always a little bit of a problem child for stuff. It's especially visible on this deck box, especially after the time of wear and tear that it's had. Um, you can kind of see that like the corners fray a little bit, they especially fray pretty bad here because everything from the stitching kind of comes to a point here, especially with like the inlet design that they have. Uh, so you can kind of see that it's a little wider there than it is over here. And that's just because that's just the nature of the dice tray being there and stuff. They like to make that room for it. That's just kind of where it had to go with the magnets and such. But popping open this deck box, you get to see this wonderful graceful charity design. This graceful charity design with the like, in the an appeal of stained glass window type deal. Absolutely love it. It has the cool little spell card symbol up here, and this amazing artwork from Ellen again, centered beautifully onto the back of the deck box. Very has a very like type of religious feel to it that I absolutely adore. The black and nice dark teal green, like the aqua green, go really nice together in my opinion. And you can have like all your sleeves in here, all your cards. I have voiceless voice in here at the moment, as well as a few extra cards here on the side. This is mostly like side deck, as well as a place where I hold some extra cards in. And then you have the flip down dice tray, which is just like the other one from the Vixen video that we just did, or that I did last week, and it has these cute little like I keep my dice in there. It holds a bunch of dice. It's very great, and it also comes with the one card divider that features the Yatagarasu with the little Gemtech logo on it. Love this little silhouette card. It's really cool. Again, just like in the last video, it would have been nice if we had a few extras of those, not just the one, but uh, for what it's worth and for what it does, it's very great. I absolutely love this deck box. I think this deck box is great. The design for it's really good. There's a few things that I would point out where like the corners do tend to get a uh little muffled. You can kind of see there. Oh, yeah, there we go. You can kind of see there that the corners do end up getting a little bit of a wear and tear really easily. The corners, specifically where the seams are, do tend to split a little bit, and that was happening since I got the deck box. But even from my everyday wear and tear use, none of the stitches have popped out, and the seams that were looking a little problematic, they always stayed about the same. They never got worse. They never really like they never split more or anything like that. So, even when there is that kind of problem with the deck box, it doesn't tend to make or break it, in my opinion. Especially because the deck box in general is just so good. But to move on to the scoring for this, so there are going to be some scores on this I'm going to be a little harsh about. I just wanted to bring that up now because uh, I am technically affiliated with Gemtech, but I want to give my honest opinion of some of their stuff, and this is from about a year ago. And I think I got this technically before I was affiliate with them, so yeah, just kind of wanted to go over it real quick. So for the price, I put a 4 out of 5. I believe this one was a solid $55 USD. Um, which they've since changed the price down to more closer to 50 for most of their deck boxes, which I think is able to save a little bit of money and take the price down a bit. I think is also always really good. So definitely big ups on that one. But for the time, the price the price probably would have gotten a 3 out of 5. But for what modern day for their modern deck box prices, I think 4 out of 5 is still fair. Giving them that little bit of leniency because I am going to go hard on some of the other stuff. So continuing on to the detail. So the detail is a 4 out of 5. They have a few things that they need to work on, like I said, but overall the detail, like the little corners, that's probably the one thing from the detail that I'm going to take away from. Other than that, this is an absolutely gorgeous luxury deck box and absolutely worth every penny for its detailing. And as well as I love the artwork from Ellen. It always adds to the detail score, at least in my opinion, but it also comes full circle. For the time sync of it, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. That's mostly because so I got it pre-ordered. When I pre-ordered it, the order was January 27th, 2023, so January of last year. I received this in May 31st, so basically entire 4 months later. So that would have given it already a little bit of a down score. Would have been closer to like a 3 or 4 out of 5. What takes that extra point off of it though is that you can no longer purchase this deck box. Uh, so because of that, I took some points off of time, and I think part of that is because like a big part of that is a personal thing. Because I personally hate things that are super limited like this. If you want to do things like in a limited run, this was only available for about a week, I think. I'd have to go back and check, but it's very similar to like the Toon Luffy deck box that I will be reviewing eventually when it shows up. Um, the deck boxes take they take a few months to get to you, but also the time frame for ordering it, and and then locking them away behind a time frame thing just really, in my opinion, is a very insecure yeah, is a really insecure way to market your products as a limited time thing like that. Which is why I really like the idea that the Vixen line, especially the Mystery Machine one, is still available. So again, like this is why there's points taken off or docked for the time stuff. Uh, it's more of a personal thing, but at the same time, I think that as points go for the time sync, the shipping and the duration for how long they're available is a big part of why I scored the way that I did. And then the top score, easy for 5 out of 5. I absolutely love this deck box. I absolutely love the artwork in it from Ellen. It absolutely makes this deck box 100% worth it in my opinion. But yeah, so we will move on to the overall score now, being a solid 15 out of 20, which isn't terrible. I think that a solid 75% is pretty good. Again, 75% for out of the score system that I have, like a 15 out of 20 is incredibly high. Um, it's already it's already very pushing it. Like again, you getting a 5 out of 5 out of anything is pretty difficult in my opinion, at least. The Mana Moon one did kind of blow me out of the water for how her deck boxes were made, uh, or for how good it was. But like again, like the time sink versus the amount of time that it's available for is just in my opinion, that's kind of abysmal. But at the same time, this deck box is super beautiful, and I'm glad I have it. Should you go out and get this deck box now, if you can get it for its retail price, I absolutely highly recommend it. If you go on TCG Player for it, perhaps, um, you're definitely going to overpay on it. It's going to be about $90 in TCG Player. A lot of the deck boxes like this that end up being luxury deck boxes do get kind of overly priced in the secondary market because a lot of these deck boxes tend to be limited time runs, and even when used, they can end up being expensive, which, in my opinion, isn't very good, isn't very cool. I think to help remedy that, I would absolutely love if Gemtech was to possibly do secondary runs a year later. We had the Vixen Machine run was basically the exact same time frame, just this year. For it, and I think having like the charity deck box run alongside the Vixen Machine would have been very easy to pull off. Um, Re-releasing some of your old deck boxes alongside some new product would also, I think, very much push the same idea. Um, Especially because we have a very religious deck box coming up from Gemtech within a few months. That's been showing off, and I think something like the charity deck box being re-released around the same time as that would absolutely be spectacular. Um, but that's just me. Uh, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to get Gemtech deck boxes like this, and you guys want to save some money, I have my discount code in the corner here below. As well as if you want to give me your opinions on the video or on or anything really, feel free to join the invite or to join the Discord. You can find it over here, or in the description below, and it should pop up probably like up here during the end screen. Still working on where I'm placing stuff and whatnot. So, uh, yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Your guys' support always means the absolute most. Thank you all. Uh, Remember, God loves you, and have a great day.